think I'm in the reading room. I'm just waiting for some other people to connect. Hello, who have I got there? Make contact if you are in here. Let me see if I can bring up our comments. Yeah, so if you're popping in, please say hi. Oh, hi Leanne, how you going? Good to see you. I'm going to start writing people's names down. So I'm Michelle. I'm new to Spiritual Events Directory in terms of doing readings and things like that. I have been working behind the scenes with Sarah for a few years now. Hello, Leanne. So I'm going to start writing names down. Perla, very nice. So I've done Facebook Lives and things in the past, and I really love them because, you know, you can connect with so many people in a short amount of time. We have an hour together, so I'm going to connect with as many people as I possibly can. As I said, I have done a lot of work behind the scenes at Spiritual Events Directory. I also do bits and pieces with mediumship and expos. I also do a bit of paranormal stuff. So awesome. I'll put you down, Perla. Yeah, I do a bit of paranormal stuff as well. So house investigations and public appearances. Hi, Wade. How's it going? I can see some familiar names. And Bella Boo, welcome. So I'm going to start getting into readings as more of you pop into the room. And I'm just going to write everyone's names down that I can see. And then once I start reading, I may miss a few of you, but I'll try and go back. Jacinta. And then what I'm going to do is, as I'm drawn to different people, I'll connect and do a reading. So we try to keep it fairly tight because we've only got about an hour and potentially there's a lot of people on here. So I'll try and keep each reading, you know, to a few minutes. And then if you want to make a booking and see me for a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to do that with Sarah from Spiritual Events Directory. If you just send them a private message. Hi, Kim. Wow, this is moving very quickly. I'm not able to write everyone's names down. Okay, so I'm just going to get started because otherwise I'll be sitting here just writing names down all night. So welcome to everyone who's coming into the reading room now. If you missed my intro, I'm Michelle and I'm new to the reading room, but I have been working behind the scenes at Spiritual Events Directory for a little while. So welcome everyone as you're coming in. Hi, Joe. There's a few familiar names and that makes me very, very happy. Now, Perla was the first one to ask for a reading. So Perla, if you're still there, just going to have a feel into, I think, fairy cards for you. So Perla, if you just want to let me know that you are still there. I'm just going to jump in and draw a couple of cards for you, my love. Welcome everyone. Hope you had a nice meal. I figured this was probably a good time to sit down with you because you've had your meal, you're well rested and ready to sort of sit back and relax for the evening. I'll get to as many of you as I can. Oh, hi, Anna. Well, Anna, I was just speaking about, goosebumps, just speaking about paranormal work. Anna is one of my colleagues from Paranormal Project, which is a paranormal group on the Gold Coast, now known as Paranormal Australia. Hello, my love. So that's wonderful to see a familiar face. Hi, Perla, you're still there. Wonderful. So I'm just going to jump in and do a couple of cards for Perla. I'm going to keep an eye on the time too because I know we've got something pretty exciting coming up after this. Bit of medical mediumship, I believe. All right, so Perla, I'm just going to draw a couple of cards for you. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to connect to your energy. So let me see, what am I feeling? Strong on left. Feels like female spirit. Let me just see if someone wants to come through. Okay. All right, my sweet. So, Perla, this is for you. So your overall message is flower power. So this is talking about like your bark flower remedies, you know, getting out into nature, kind of knowing what's good for you in a sense, what you're putting into your body. So if you have or haven't dabbled in bark flower, they're pretty incredible and pretty life-changing if you're looking for like just a boost, you know, for your sense of well-being with the social isolation and everything that's going on at the moment. That's what I'm feeling as an overall sort of pick-me-up. So, okay, awesome. So your first card is marriage. And so this is recent past into present. So let me just connect to that quickly and I'll see what we get. Just bear with me. So what I'm getting with this one, Perla, for you is it's a relationship strengthening. What am I getting around weddings or marriage? It's a relationship strengthening and it's a commitment. So I'm making a commitment. There's a definite commitment, a definite connection. It's like a chain and it's sort of linking. What else is around that? Feels like a definite celebration, like there's a reason to kind of celebrate, like I've been waiting for this for a while or something like that, but there's like a connection being made. And it's so joyful. It's really good vibes around that. Really like that. Let me come to the present. Wow, okay, big things. So we have new home as well. So this is moving into present. Let me just see what this is specifically. This actually feels like, to me, like I'm starting afresh. So this is there's a lot of change, a lot of good things happening, but a lot of change, which is interesting because at the moment there are a lot of, things changing daily on a daily basis with what's going on with restrictions and all that sort of stuff. But with this, I feel like there's so many blessings coming your way. I want to tune into this again, to flower power, because I just want to reconnect to that and see it may be something different to what I was feeling before. But it feels like a lot of blessings, a commitment, a definite commitment. Is this about to happen? Feels like I'm just moving into a safe place, like I'm getting comfortable, I'm getting my stuff sorted. And it feels like it hasn't always been like that. It feels like I'm really getting my shit together and getting stuff figured out. Feels good. Great. All right, so winter, which isn't too far away. So manifestation, the realization, a lot of stuff coming to fruition in winter for you. So very soon. So let's just see what that's going to bring up. And I want to just go back to flower power. How are we going for time? Not too bad. Okay. So it's interesting because I've been speaking to a few people, and the lead up to COVID-19, a lot of people have been making changes, kind of unaware, or maybe having a sense that, something's coming and sort of putting plans into action. I feel like at the moment for you, it's a great time to be manifesting. And I feel like things are really coming through very quickly. The ideas, it feels like things are really flowing, and it feels like it's been sort of not recent, but you've been sort of preparing for this, whether you are aware that you were or not, but it feels like you've been sort of preparing for this and making small changes, making plans, not so much decisions, but sort of more planning, perhaps writing things down, vision boards, writing in journals, that sort of thing, like putting down exactly what you want. And it's starting to come to fruition. So really soon. The things that you're after and that you've been particularly looking for, it's coming, yeah? So really great vibes. I just want to take to this flower essence and then I'm going to move on because I feel like maybe there was something in addition to that. Okay, so this feels more connected to the flower essence. So looking forward, I feel like we're looking at perhaps dabbling with flower essences, having a bit more to do with them, and in terms of, helping other people heal and stuff like that, but even yourself. So knowing what you want for yourself and also what other people need as well. So that's where I feel the flower power is going. So I'm just going to leave that there because we want to move on to some other people, Perla. So I hope that you got a bit of that. I haven't had a chance to read all the comments, but there's a lot of names popping up. I'm having someone's claimed your cards, Perla. Okay, so let me move on. So I had a Bella before. Bella, are you still in there, sweet? I'm just gonna come to you now. So if you're there, let me know. I'm gonna draw my angel cards. I think you're reading for me now. Yeah, well, that would make sense, Anna. Because I know you very well. Bella, just let me know if you're still in there. And Joe wants to connect with Perla. Beautiful. Thank you, Perla. I hope some of that stuff made sense. We're obviously doing things in a bit of fast forward tonight, but I'm going to try and get to as many people as I can. Bella, hooray. Great. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick reading for Bella. Let's see what this comes up. So these are my beautiful Debbie Malone cards. She is a psychic detective. She works on cases like Ivan Milat, Backpacker Murders, Daniel Walker, Sunshine Coast. She's based on the Sunshine Coast, which is where I am based as well. Okay, so Bella. I'm just connecting to your energy, Bella, as well. What I want to say first of all, and I'm a healer by trade as well, Bella, so by way of explanation, I'm up in my head. I feel like I'm sort of thinking a lot. I'm overthinking. I feel like I'm very logical. So what I want to invite you to do is move back into right brain a little bit. So back into your creative. It just feels like I'm sort of thinking and overthinking and kind of thinking too much about things. So yeah, maybe just have a think about or have a feel into it rather than think. So not using logical, maybe stepping out of logical for a bit and give your mind a bit of a break. Well, that's good confirmation, isn't it? That's your overall message, Bella. So meditation. Yeah, I just feel like we're all kind of logical, you know, and it just feels a bit exhausting. I've almost got like kind of a pressure headache on my head. So if you've been feeling a bit that way, and this is probably going to make sense, the angel of stress, yeah? So what we've got, also my throat. I feel like with my throat, I feel like I'm speaking a lot. You know, with some people I feel a bit of a block, like I'm sort of holding back, but I feel like with you, I'm speaking a lot. I'm using my voice a lot. I'm always getting hoarse. So I feel like I just want to say to you, just kind of, you know, take a step back and maybe go inward. I mean, this is an ideal time. We're all, you know, forced to stay inside and things like that anyway. So make the most of that time and rest, you know, rest your voice, rest your mind, go into your creative, maybe do some drawing, you know, reading, painting, playing music, any of those sorts of things. Okay, so stress. We've got the angel of stress. So she's supporting. This is past, recent past into present. Let me just connect to that one quick. Okay, so again, I've just got this kind of stress headache. I've also got like a knot in my gut. I've also got in my solar plexus, this is where we hold emotions. So when we're holding on to things and we haven't let go and dealt with them, we hold them in our solar plexus. I'm also getting a lot of that. I'm also getting, on my heart, I feel like there's a lot of pressure. So it feels like I'm sort of, I don't know, in a position where I'm like trying to make decisions, but it's actually not the best time to make decisions when you're in that state. It just feels like I'm under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress and a lot of strain. So we need to start to wind that back, and that comes out of thinking and it goes into feeling. So really feeling into your heart space, speaking from your heart space, you know, reconnecting and aligning is what I want to say to you with regard to that. Okay, so moving into present. So we've come from stress, we're coming into strength. So again, this is where you need that support and you are being supported. So you have guidance around you. So if you're feeling alone, you know, try to go back into heart space and just feel that presence and invite it, you know, talk to your guides, ask the, you know, light beings, angels, whoever you speak to and communicate with, ask them to come in and help you out. Let me just connect to that and see what else I want to say to you. Okay, interesting. With this one, I'm seeing animals as well, so an animal connection. So I'm feeling like I really feel like I want to disconnect from humans and really connect to animal energy, which is the unconditional love, no judgment, you know, lots of pink light, rose quartz would be great. But I'm just really feeling that animal connection for you. So if you've got a totem animal you connect with, do that. But the animal I love, that unconditional love, no judgment, you know, just being able to sit and not having to speak. I just feel like you need to rest. So any animal connection that you have at home, really use that to the best of your ability. Okay, so this is beautiful. Yeah, so this is moving into future. So angel of divine timing. So whatever it is you've been asking for, everything happens in its divine time, yeah? So let me just connect to that. Okay, so it's really interesting. I feel like my throat, and my heart is sort of connected, but I feel like I'm coming back to my throat with this. I feel like it's something that I've been asking for and asking for and asking for, and I'm sort of sick of asking. I'm hoping that makes sense to you. It feels like I sort of, yeah, I'm just like getting frustrated with the whole thing, and I've been waiting. And what I want to say around this is that if you continually ask, you continually put out these requests to the universe for things, you're in the asking mode. You're not in the receiving mode. If you want to be in the receiving mode, start to give gratitude, start to appreciate what you have around you. You know, even if it's like silly things like a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly, sunset. We had a gorgeous sunset tonight. You know, start to be grateful for those things and sort of leave it up to the universe to deliver the thing that you're asking for. It just feels like there's a little bit of impatience there and a bit of frustration. I'm tapping my foot. Like I feel like I'm tapping my foot. Come on, you know, when is this thing going to come? Just know that it will be delivered, but you have to be in the right frequency to receive. If you're not in the right frequency, that thing can't come to you. So start to give gratitude and just be grateful for what you have. Focus on what you have and it'll come. And don't forget the meditation, because I just have such a pressure on my head right now. I really feel like this is awesome. If you can find a fabulous meditation you love, or yoga, you know, anything like that, whatever it is, even if it's a walk in nature, just really try to find that connection, whatever works for you. But you definitely need to bring it down a notch and really just go within for a bit. Okay, Bella, thank you for letting me read for you. I hope that some of that made sense. Now, I'm sure there's a million names that I've missed, so I'm just going to scroll. Oh, Kim, you have drawn my attention. Kim Ellen, I'm just going to come to you because you have really drawn my attention. I feel like we've got a great connection. So I'm just going to do Kim quick now. Which cards am I going to use for Kim? Hello to everyone. Sorry I haven't managed to mention everyone's names. The names are sort of flying by me at the moment. Kim. Sacred Geometry, I feel like, for you. These are newies. I got these from Mind, Body, Spirit, and they're just my favourite cards. They are new, so I love them. But yeah, they're just really beautiful. So everything is geometric, so just really, really beautiful. So Kim, if you are still there, no problem, Bella. Then let me know, and I'm going to come to you now. So this is for Kim Ellen. So yeah, in my post, you'll see my details. I do angel card, intuitive, a bit of mediumship. Sometimes people will bring objects to me if I'm seeing you face to face. And if you do want readings, then you can book through Spiritual Events Directory. I do frequent expos and things, but obviously there's not too many of them happening at the moment, which, yeah, it's good to get on and do some more Facebook Live type readings. Joe Schaefer, I might just pop your name too because you have drawn my attention. Welcome to the reading room. It's so great to be back in here, and I just love, you know, making all these connections. And the best thing about this is that, you know, I get so much out of these readings. I don't think often people realize that when you're having a reading done, the reader gets so much out of it. We walk away and just think, oh yeah, I really needed to hear that. That's a really good reminder. So don't ever feel like we're not getting out of this just as much as you guys are. All right, so Kim, I am pulling some cards for you, so hopefully you're still there. So Bella, you can go to Spiritual Events Directory and just message them, and you can do a full reading with me there. So Spiritual Events Directory, just a message on the Facebook page, and Sarah will sort you out and link us up. I do most of my readings on Zoom these days, so it doesn't really matter where in the world you are. Kim Gratian, I know that name. How do I know that name? I think you might have been in the previous reading room that I was in. That looks very familiar to me. Kim, let me know how I know you. I'm pretty sure that's where it was from. Interesting. Okay, so who am I reading for? Kim. Kim Ellen. So if you're there, the first one I get, and this is the overall message, so these are the Sacred Geometry cards. So the pictures are just gorgeous. Throat chakra. So similar to feeling to what I was having with Bella, but not quite the same. So with your throat chakra, I feel like it's more kind of unspoken. So with the other one, I felt like kind of I'm speaking too much. With you, I feel like there's some stuff kind of unspoken. I feel like it's sort of caught in my throat. So what I want you to think about, this is the overall message. So this is, you know, overarching, tying it all together. I want you to start to, think about speaking your truth. If you speak from your heart, speak from alignment, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. So find yourself into that alignment, find yourself back to source, which is love, and come from there. I just feel like there's some truths that need to be spoken about, and it feels like a family connection. So really strong confirmation of that. So family connection, relative, someone that there's a lot of emotion and a lot of, care between you, like a lot of feelings between you. But you need to speak your truth. Yeah. It's for their benefit and for your benefit. Oh, this is great. Wowee. All right. What a beautiful card. Hey. So this is for Kim Ellen. And we have prosperity. Yeah. So this is, recent past into present. So let me just connect to that one really quick for Kim. This is beautiful. This is like this shining, the best way I can describe it is like this shining light of abundance or something like that. So it's like, it was something that was unexpected. So this is recent past coming into now. So it's like, there was something beautiful and unexpected, and it's nice to see this or feel this, because at the moment, there's a lot of negativity and a lot of people talking about social isolation, all that stuff. But this actually feels really good. And what I've loved about the readings tonight is a lot of them have been that way. There's been a lot of good news for you guys, and I just think that's beautiful. So this card is about, I've brought something in. It's like I've had a switch and kind of a change of perspective, and I've been rewarded. So there was a recent gain. Are we talking about financial, or what are we talking about? Yeah, it feels like you've just leveled up, Kim. It feels like you've just leveled up. There's been a big awakening, and before that usually comes like quite a big challenge. I'm also feeling a bit of sort of unease in my heart space, and I think this is coming back to throat as well, like speaking your truth and making sure that you're speaking from that place where there's no judgment. It just feels a little bit heart connection for me, but it does feel like there's this recent change, this recent kind of leveling up, a bit of pain perhaps before that, and then a reward, which is awesome. So yeah, hats off, well done for that. Discernment, okay? So that's your second card, so that's moving into present. And with discernment, it's interesting that we're talking about speaking the truth, and I know I touched on this with Bella, because that's what we're asking you to do. That's what I was saying around your throat. I can just feel that there's something kind of in there that needs to come out, and that's what this is. Discernment is the truth. So with that, that's twofold. You have the ability to tell if someone's speaking the truth or a lie. So you have the ability to suss people out really, really quickly. But also with that, I just feel like I need to speak the truth, and it does feel like it's coming from heart. So you just have to do it. I know I'm repeating myself, but you just have to do that. You have to get it out because it's causing you pain. Like I actually feel pain in my heart for you, and it's not a nice feeling. Okay, this is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Coherence, yeah? So this is linked to your heart. This is why I'm feeling so much heart space around you, and this picture is just amazing. But this is actually connected to heart, okay? So there's an understanding. If you can get back into that alignment, and things like Abraham Hicks, if you ever listen to Abraham Hicks, getting back into the vortex and stuff like that, so good at getting you back into this space where everything feels amazing. You've got visions, you've got guidance, you've got words, you've got thoughts, you've got that, real clear cognizance, your intuition's buzzing. That's what this is about. So the coherence, if you can get back into, they're all linked. Throat, heart, the truth. So speaking the truth, connecting to your intuition and gut, and you're just going to know what to say, and the coherence comes with that. So once you connect to your heart, you understand, you know what to say, and it's almost like I'm channeling it. Like I just know what to say and I'm channeling that. So Kim, I hope that makes sense to you. I'm hoping that you're still in there. I was looking for your name. Okay, who else have we got then? So Kim, just let me know if you did hear that, and if you're after anything else, please let me know. Now, Joe, I'm going to come to you, Joe Schaefer. I'm just checking my time because I saw your name pop up. Wow, lots of spirit, lots of connection around you, Joe. So just let me know that you are still there, because I like to see that people are still there and I'm not just speaking to a computer screen. Joe, I'm going to come to my angel therapy cards for you. So this is Joe Schaefer, and I know you only recently popped in. So hopefully you're still there. And if you're not, then hopefully one of your friends is listening and they can point you in my direction. Oh, wow. Hello from the UK. Judith. Wow, that's exciting. Judith, hang around. I'm going to connect with you because I think that's exciting that you're all the way from the UK, yeah? That's fun. That's a bit of fun. Well, we've got people from everywhere. Let me just check that I got your surname, Allison. Wonderful. Judith, hang around. Lovely. I'm going to make sure I get to you. At the moment, I'm hoping to be reading for Joe Schaefer. If you are still in there, please let me know. Otherwise, I may come to someone else because I want to make sure that you hear what we're talking about. Kim, Gratian, are you still in there? Let me just scroll up a little bit. Deborah Lynn, hello from Australia. Beautiful. I saw Kim pop up before. So Kim, if you're still, are you still... Oh, Joe, you're there. Great. All right. So Joe, these are for you, my love. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. We'll see what we come up with, hey? Wow, we've got people from everywhere. This is so cool. South Australia. Hi, Gail. Welcome to the reading room. Stick around. I'm whizzing through these, so hopefully I get to as many people as possible. New Zealand. Oh my gosh, my husband's from New Zealand. We love that place. He was actually born in Hamilton. So that's Auckland, rather. So you're from Hamilton. That's wonderful. Jacinta, you're still there. Wonderful. Thank you for staying connected. All right, Joe. So these are for you, my love. So let me just whiz through. Really strong connection, Joe. Really strong connection to spirit. I actually feel like you have, you're probably aware of it, that you have your own abilities. Super strong connection. You feel it very clear as well. Bit of stuff around head, but you feel relatively clear. Yeah, really lovely. Oh, wow. Talk about spirit and cards and confirmation. So here I am talking about your head and your connection. So we have crown chakra. So that's your overall message. So what I feel like around that is you're just downloading so much information at the moment, Joe. I just feel like you're super connected and really open. Just watch that connection. I feel like sometimes I'm not as selective with what is dropping in. And the reason I say that is because I've done a lot of paranormal stuff over the years, and you just want to be really careful and make sure you're protected and that you're only inviting stuff in from the light. So I just want to say that I feel like you're very aware and very intuitive and very connected, but I just want to say, make sure that you are doing that protection and just bringing in who you want to bring in and the messages you want to bring in, because sometimes I feel like it could get messages from elsewhere and they could get a little blurred. But at the moment, you're a super downloader. I just feel like there's so much information coming through, and the best thing about being isolated or being, remaining in your home, or depending on where you live, is that you've got the time to be away from other people and away from distractions. So this is an awesome time for you right now. Keep downloading, keep writing it down. I feel like if you write it down, more is going to come. And this is really going to help guide you. Like, amazing. Your energy is really great. I'm so excited for you. Wow. Okay, so past leading into now, indigo child. Most of us have heard of indigo children. Super gifted. Let me just connect to that and see what that is for you. Okay, this is connected to, is it one of your children? Concerns over one of your children. So feels like it's something, it feels like a concern, it feels like something I'm just a little bit unsure of behavior or how to deal with the child, if that makes sense. So there's nothing to worry about. What I want to say to you is there's nothing to worry about. It feels like, the generations that are coming through are so connected and connected spiritually more than we ever were. I mean, certainly in my family, no one supported, spiritual gifts or anything like that. But I feel like you have the tools that you need to deal with this. It's just something a little bit different. But I just want to say there's nothing to be worried about or concerned about. It feels like a gift, and you have the tools to deal with it. So they're in your life for a reason. Let me just see. It's up here. I'm thinking a lot. It's like I'm trying to figure out what to do and how to deal with it. But I just want to reassure you it's okay, yeah? Really talented and really gifted child, the one that I'm picking up. Yeah, so nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. Let me just look at the neck. Wow, okay, great. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me. So your present card right now is books. So I've mentioned tonight a little bit about people writing down their ideas. And actually, in fact, I did mention that with, I think, your crown chakra. So all the stuff that's coming through, I feel like I need to start writing it down. So this is great confirmation of that. I feel like you can do something with this. I just feel like you're so connected and so switched on. And those ideas, the thoughts and you know, connections that you're making, I feel like people need to know about it. It needs to go down on a page. Whether you decide to publish that or whether you just do a blog or something like that would be fantastic. But I feel like the knowledge that you have needs to be shared. It's super important. Often we underestimate ourselves, but I know that I read a lot and I listen to YouTube a lot and podcasts and things like that, and you have a lot to share. So, okay. So this card, we've got past life issue with this one. And this one was upside down. So I think you probably know, if you've had readings before, that means there's a little bit of work to be done with that one. And I do feel like this is connected to this. So the person we're inquiring about with that, I feel like there's a past life connection, and it's very heart and soul. It's a soul connection. So what I want to say around that is there would definitely be a sense of remembering when this little person came into your life. There'd be a sense of familiarity there. And that's because it's a soul connection. So you guys have known each other before. And look, if it actually feels painful, it feels like it's bringing stuff up. You know, we use people as a mirror. And it feels like it's bringing stuff up in me, and it is painful. It's like button pushing, you know, quite challenging. But just know that it is okay, and it's something you just got to deal with. It's something you've chosen. It's something you've brought in. It's a lesson, yeah, from a previous life that hasn't sort of been resolved and dealt with. So we brought it into this life. So just trust that. I do feel like there's some stuff around your heart, but look, the sooner you've got this amazing connection, just keep connecting to spirit, bringing that energy into your body and aligning, you know, connecting to your heart, and come at it from that place. And you're the one that's aware, and you're going to make the difference. Like, you're the one that can sort of step back and really make the difference in this situation. The definite past life connection with that one, soul connection. So I'll leave that with you. But definitely just keep in mind the crown chakra, bringing all that stuff in, channeling, making sure that you're bringing it from the right place. So protecting yourself, cleansing your area, all that sort of stuff, and writing it down. So start with a blog. I think a blog will be great if you're not already doing that. But people need to read what you have to say. I think you've got a really amazing ability. Okay, so who else have we got? Hi, Gracie. So what I wanted to know, win some money and buy a farm. Okay. Blessed be my sin. Beautiful, Amanda. Now, what I wanted to do, I'm going to come to Judith, and if anyone else, Gold Coast. I was on the Gold Coast for 12 years, Joanne. That's wonderful. Lovely to see you. Welcome. So Judith Allison, if you are still there, from the UK, I'm going to do a reading for you, for me in a relationship. Belinda, let's see if I can squeeze Belinda in well. We've got a bit of time, so that should be fine. Belinda, stay tuned. I will come back to you. Belinda L. Todd. And that was about relationships, yeah? Perfect. All right, Judith, if you just want to connect and let me know that you are still there. Hi, Wade. Are you still there? Good. Thank you for hanging on. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Wade and I have known each other for a few years, and you are an awesome human. Thank you for coming in and joining me. Okay, Judith Allison, let me know if you're still in here. I'm going to go to fairies, I think, for Judith. Okay. I'm just going to hold off on Judith. Oh, Amanda. Oh, Kim's still here. Great. Amanda. All right. I want to go to Amanda and do health, and then I'm going to come back to Kim. So Kim, stay tuned. So Amanda, health, And then I'm just going to wait until I see Judith Allison pop up because I don't want to read if you're not still in here. We've got a few health people. That's great. Health works for me. So Amanda Butt, I am going to come back. Oh, thanks, Wade. That's lovely. I will come back to you. So we've got Amanda with health and Angeline. We might be able to do you as well. Angeline Traxmodic. I'm going to do a couple of health ones because that's easy for me. All right, Amanda. So we've got Amanda. So I'm not going to use those ones. Which ones do I want to do for Amanda? Back to these. All right. So Amanda and Angeline are both after health type stuff. So we'll just whiz through these ones. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Oh, hi Tabitha. Another Paranormal Project / Paranormal Australia lady. Nice to see you. So good to see all these familiar faces or names, more to the point. All right, so Amanda, stay tuned. This is for you, my love. All right, I'm just going to connect your energy. So the reason I shuffle for quite a long time is because I like to connect well to your energy and cough. So while I'm doing that, I'm actually connecting. All right, so Amanda. Okay. Okay, so Amanda, I'm going to chest with you first up. And what I feel in my chest is a bit of congestion. So it feels a little bit heavy. It's kind of upper chest. It feels, I want to say a little bit congested. What else are we getting? Yeah, it's a little painful. It is a little painful around heart. I feel like this may be, some of this illness or disease might be around heart space and a bit of healing that needs to be done. There's a bit of grieving within you. Yeah, that's appropriate. Amanda, so this is your overall message. So Angel of Inner Peace. So where I'm going with that is with you, I feel like there's pain in my heart I haven't dealt with. So there's a bit of grieving to be done. I feel like I need to cry. I feel quite emotional. And I feel like I have a weight, I have a weight on my chest, and I do feel like it is congested, like actually congested in here. I do have the feeling like I need to sort of cough or something. And there's pain. So one of the great ways of getting rid of this, and it's something that my yoga instructor who also does Qigong teaches us, is to take a really big breath in and then tap. So if you've ever had EFT or tapping or any of that sort of stuff, so really big breath in, hold the breath and just tap, like, all around your sort of heart space, all up around here under your collarbone, holding your breath, and then release it in a huge kind of sigh through your mouth. And then do it again and just keep doing it. I feel like I just need to clear some of this stuff. That will actually help you clear emotional stuff. And it's also good for physical. And if what I'm saying is correct about, chest and sort of feeling quite chesty, be good to give your lungs a bit of a tap as well. So just over your rib cage. So big breath in, hold it, tap, 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 and then release that through your mouth. So that's going to be fantastic. The overall message though is inner peace. So that's kind of what we're aiming for. And I just feel like, I feel like that's a goal, but I don't feel like I'm kind of there. So we're sort of working on that. Wow. Okay. So super important for you. And this is going to make a lot of sense because we're talking about health, detoxification. So with this one, this is about really connecting to you and feeling into what feels good when you put it in your body. So I'm just going to connect to this because it could be a bit of a change coming. So let me just see. This is recent past into present. Actually, what I feel with this is that you have become aware. So it's like you're aware that you don't feel 100% and you've started to look at different options. So perhaps different diets and things like that, cutting things out. So continue to do that. And what I want to say is trust your guidance. So if you put it in your body, if you put it in your mouth, see how it makes you feel. So start to be conscious about it, like eat consciously. Drink consciously. So really start to pay attention to that because I feel like that's going to be your guide. So that's what it's feeling like. I feel like I'm coming into being more aware about, especially diet. But yeah, really watch that chest because it just feels super congested. With this as well, I just want to say I keep getting keto around that. So I don't know whether that is something you've considered. And I know it is quite a dramatic diet. I'm not terribly familiar with keto, but I keep getting keto. So I feel like it's something that has been on your radar. Just tread carefully with that because it is a little extreme, yeah? But continue to work at that and just trust your intuition. Okay, so career angel, yeah? So that's good. That's happening right now. So let me just connect to that and see what we're getting here. Okay, so this is on your radar. Jobs. I'm just getting jobs, jobs, jobs. So this is on your radar. Either it's career change or if I lost my job. Jobs, jobs, jobs. I feel like I'm just looking for jobs. Looking for something new, looking for something different. Pay the bills. I don't feel like I've got really high expectations around this. I feel like I'm just sort of looking and looking and looking. So what I want to say around this, again, similar to with your diet and what you're doing around health, is be mindful that it's going to be something that supports you and your health. Yeah. So not kind of overdoing it. I feel like even like something part-time would be great, or casual, something where I'm not working, you know, a lot of hours and I still have time, yeah, to look after myself, because I just feel like physically, you know, I've got to do a little bit of healing. I want to keep swallowing too. What's that to do with? I feel like there's something coming up. What else is around this? Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a lot of reading like through job ads and things like that. I'm just scanning. So I want to say, just trust your intuition, perhaps do a meditation and connect to that and just see what you feel kind of is right for you. Let yourself be guided more. Yeah, I kind of feel like a real big change is on the horizon, and that's where I am right at the moment. That's where my mind is at. Oh my gosh, amazing, new job. So this is the angel of manifestation. Perfect. Now, I don't know if you can see the images in there, but they're just stunning. So the new job is what stood out to me immediately. So definitely a new job is on the way. So don't stress. This is moving into, you know, the future. So the next few months, new job is on the way. So new career path. It just feels a lot better and more supportive of you. I feel like it's been a pretty rough trot. Let me just connect to this and see if we can get specifics. Oh my gosh, it just feels so good, like a real fresh change. It's been a while coming. You got nothing to worry about. You know, it's almost like, you know, animals find us sometimes. It just feels like you're gonna find it. It's gonna find you. So just trust your intuition more with regard to that change. I do feel like I'm sort of up in my head a little bit. Come back into your heart space, which is, I've been saying that a fair bit tonight. You're gonna do it. You're going to do it. Just pay attention to the dietary stuff though, and that chest. So if you can do a little bit of clearing around chest, that's going to help you out immensely. Amanda, so that is for you. I'm going to break up Angeline and Kim. So Kim, if you're still there, just let me know. And I'm going to jump in and do a reading for you. Kim, I feel like I probably want to use the same. No, I'm going to come to angel therapy. So Kim Gratian, this is for you. Wow, lots of people know wage. That's nice. Kylie, welcome. I don't get to look at people's names while I'm connecting. Karen, nice to see you. Amanda, wonderful. Just one of your friends is in here as well. Jacinta, yes. I wrote your name down ages ago. I need to come back to you. So many names. It's so wonderful to see all of you in here. Another relationship inquiry. Amanda. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. I'm just reading Amanda's comment. Pacemaker. So you got a pacemaker in your heart. Wow, is that what I was feeling? That's incredible. Oh, wonderful. All right, Kim, well, this is for you, sweet. Okay. Thank you for being so patient, everyone. Thanks for hanging around. It's great to see so many beautiful names and tiny little faces pop up. All right, Kim. Okay. Are we coming there? Kim, you weren't after anything specific, were you? I'm just going to do like a general reading. So I'm just coming to your energy, Kim. Yeah, okay. Wow, that's beautiful. So, overall message for Kim, singing and dancing. How joyful is that? It's something that I think a lot of people who are into spiritual stuff have been sort of trying to do, is get a little bit creative and, you know, do the artistic stuff, the drawing, the singing. Expression in that way is really great for evening out all the stuff that we're hearing about on the news and hearing about when we go to the shops and walking around. So Kim, your first card is that. So asking your angels for help with this. So the thing that I come to with you, similar to the reading that I just did for Amanda, is I'm in my heart space again, and I feel like I've got quite a headache, like a bit of pressure on my head as well. So I'm just going to feel into that and see what that's about. But I feel like there's quite a bit of worry. I feel like there's quite a bit of worry going on. And it is affecting me in my heart. I do feel a bit in solar plexus, but a lot in my head. I feel like I'm really in my head. And I probably want to say to you what I said to someone earlier is, you know, come back into heart, out of head, and sort of feel from there. Try and get back into alignment, which is, you know, heart space, no judgment, in the vortex if you follow Abraham Hicks and that sort of thing. So let me just connect to this one for you, sweet. Yeah, I just get worries and concerns. So this is recent past into present. There's something that's really concerning me, and it's like you're trying to deal with it all yourself, and you don't have to. That's what we have angels for. So, you know, if you have a particular light being, if it's Archangel Michael or whoever you sort of deal with, I feel like even Ariel. Ariel tends to be sort of nature and animals. But I feel like Ariel for you, because it's that animal energy that I was speaking about before, the unconditional love, the non-judgment. I feel like that's what you need at the moment. I feel like you need no judgment. I feel like you've had enough of that. And there's just this worry that I'm sort of turning over and over and over in my mind, and it actually feels quite painful up here. So what I want to ask you to do is call in Ariel, because I'm really feeling her for you. And if you've got pets, you know, keep them close, but try and get out into your garden if you've got a garden, or, you know, on the grass, and just really connect to that and feel the, you know, the roots coming out of your feet and all that sort of stuff, and really ground. I feel like you need a bit of grounding. It's not a good place, you know, or time for you to make a decision right now, because we're all up in our head, and you can't make a great decision when you're sort of just thinking and not feeling. So I want you to come into that feeling. This is beautiful, and that's exact confirmation of what I was just talking about. This is talking about coming out of your head and coming back into your heart. You can't make a wrong decision. I do feel like it's a decision that you've been sort of tossing over in your mind for a while. So I want you to come back out of head into heart. Give your head a little rest. Get out into nature. Try and connect. Call in Ariel. Connect to animals. Whatever it is you need to do to sort of bring it back down and really ground. I just feel like you're sort of, there's nothing sort of coming below sacral. I'm not feeling much energy down there. So we need to really connect back to legs and really root to the earth. Wow. Okay, look at this. So this is Kim, the Ascended Masters. So what this is telling me, and it's really interesting because with the first one, it was about really asking for guidance and for help from your angels. That first card is actually feeling a little along the lines of where do I take my career as well. It's a little bit like the previous reading I was doing. It's a little bit about, you know, I'm looking into the future and I don't know kind of where I'm going or what direction I'm going. And I feel like there's a lot of choices and a lot of avenues and it's all a bit confusing. So where this is going is this is actually taking it a little bit further. So I feel like what would be awesome for you is do a bit of regression. I feel like that would really help cement and make it a lot clearer for you. I feel like you're going to be doing some regression. So if you have someone that you know who does that sort of thing, but you're going a little bit further with it. And that's where you're going to get the answers that you need. I feel like you're quite a developed soul, and you need to go a little bit higher than what a lot of other people do. Regression's awesome. So highly recommend. And I feel like even like a bit of Akashic record type work would be awesome for you, Kim. So maybe have a look at that, because I feel like there's a bit of pain at the moment. But once you sort of move through that and do the work, oh my gosh, like you're just unstoppable. And I feel really good about that. More of this, hun. More of this. Singing and dancing. Have fun with it, you know, be creative. But yeah, Ascended Masters, look at that. You've got some work to do, really important work to do. And it starts with asking for help, and it starts with having fun. So start to have fun, be creative, express yourself. So that is Kim. And I'm sure I've met you. I don't know whether you put in there that we had met, but yeah, certainly your name sounds very familiar. Okay, so I wanted to come back to Vacinta, because I've seen Vacinta pop up quite a bit. Belinda. Oh, Belinda, you are there. Great. I had your name written down here as well, and you're the relationship person. So Belinda, stay tuned. I am going to come back to you. I just want to go to Angeline, because she had a health question as well. Angeline. All right, so I'm going to do Crystal Grid Oracle for Angeline. So if you're still there, lovely, let me know. And Belinda, you are next, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, so we're going to do a health reading. I'm just going to keep an eye on the time. We've got about 9 minutes. So I'm going to get through these pretty quick smart. And Vacinta, if I do have time, don't go anywhere, because I am going to try. Oh, Candy, I love your name. Oh, that's really pretty. Yes, Vacinta, don't go anywhere. I'm going to do my best to get to you. We'll just get through these couple. Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned. My details are in the post here. So I'm Michelle R. Price, writer and clairvoyant on Facebook. So if you ever want to connect, you can do it that way. You can also make bookings for me through Spiritual Events Directory. So on this page, and just PM Sarah, who runs Spiritual Events Directory, and just let her know that you want to connect with me, and we can do that. I do mediumship connections. I do a lot of my readings over Zoom, as I mentioned earlier, and I was a member of a paranormal group on the Gold Coast, and some of the members from that group are actually in here tonight, Anna and Tabitha. So it's really great to see those guys. They're now Paranormal Australia. They do a fantastic job if you're after any paranormal haunting investigation type work at your place. Look them up. Yeah, and if you want to connect with me, my details are in this post. Okay, so this is Angeline, I think I'm reading for, aren't I? So we're doing health. Angeline. I'm coming to you now. Okay, wow. So there's a bit in chest for you as well, but I'm also coming up in a throat. And I feel like I want to cough. Let me just see what that is about. Doesn't necessarily feel emotional with you. Ah, there you go. Emotions. So that's your overall message. It feels like a physical thing though, because it's making me want to cough. It's a really tickly, sort of dry throat feeling. I'm also coming into, yeah, so that's the emotions into here. But I'm also coming into womb space with you as well. So it feels like with womb space, there's a bit of a disconnect. It feels like a bit of a block, and it actually feels like there could be a cord or something in my womb space. So what I want you to do is maybe get that checked out. If you have a healer or someone that you work with, I'm feeling like there's a definite cord in your womb space. So it's not feeling 100%, and it actually feels a bit cut off and a bit disconnected. Coming up to sacral, still not a lot of energy in that space. I'm not feeling a lot from sacral. Solar plexus, heavily congested. So a lot of emotions, a lot of stored up stuff that I just haven't dealt with. So I really feel like we need to start dealing with that, because it is causing a bit of unease in your body. I'm also coming into throat or neck. I feel like I've got a bit of pain sort of up the sides of my neck into the base of my skull, which could be causing headaches from time to time. But definitely throat. I just feel like I've got this kind of dry, funny kind of cough thing going on. And then a lot of congestion in here. But it's coming back to emotions for you. It's coming back to emotions. We need to start to process and feel okay with doing that. And it's really simple. All you have to do is just think about the emotion, whatever it is, it comes up, and just, you know, I love you, and send it away, you know, with love. Okay, protection. So we've got a lot of the dark stones. We had Black Moonstone. These are our beautiful crystal grid cards. So Black Moonstone, and we've also got Black Tourmaline. And as you know, if you've used crystals in any way, shape or form, the obsidian, you know, shungite, which is a great one for blocking electromagnetic energy frequency for computers and things like that. So they're all protection. They all sort of block, you know, keep negative energies at bay. So what I want to say to you is that you have, this is recent past into present, you've needed that. You've needed that extra protection. It feels like you've been quite vulnerable. And that's okay. You know, you just call in the extra protection. Make sure you have that around you. I feel like you kind of need to wrap yourself up like a cocoon. And it just feels like that's a safe space. But yeah, a lot of stuff sort of in my chest. I feel like there's a lot of heart healing that needs to be done. There's quite a bit of pain here, and I feel like I'm just really struggling to let it go. I'm like holding on to it, and it's just not good for you. Present is solutions. So the answer's on the horizon. So don't feel like, you know, you're trapped, or that, you know, things aren't going to get better, because they are. Let me just connect the main message for you with this one. And this is for Angeline. Okay, so what I'm being invited to do is ask you to look inside. So there's this kind of inner knowing, and it feels like, okay, so what you're being asked to do is call on your resources. So all of us as humans, and as, you know, spirits living sort of a human life, we all have everything we need within us. And I feel like I have a tendency, and I'm speaking from your perspective, to kind of look externally, like I'm looking externally for the answers. You know, I might be reading or talking to people, and listening to podcasts, looking at YouTube, that sort of thing. I feel like all the answers, the stuff that you need, is within you. I feel like you've got this kind of untapped resource. So everything you need to be happy and satisfied with life, it's all in here, you know. Stop, maybe think about going within rather than without, because I feel like you've been doing it, it's kind of not working. It's time to go within. Yeah. It feels like it's been a bit of fight or flight with you. So I feel like sometimes it's like, it's just too difficult, and I want to run away and hide. I want to kind of stay home, or I want to, you know, run away from, you know, partners and all that sort of stuff. But it's time to stop that fight or flight, because it's not a good, it's not healthy for us to be like that. And I do feel like it's taking a toll. So it's time to go within, and it's time to just love yourself and, you know, be really okay with who you are. My gosh, this is a lesson for me this week. Wow. Boundaries. We all know about them. We all know we have to do, you know, put boundaries in place and say no to others' demands and our needs, but we don't do it. This is wearing you out. So we're going to be doing a little bit of work on that moving forward. So all the other work we've already discussed. So the protection solutions, we're looking within. Moving forward, boundaries. So saying no to people. And I feel like that's something that's challenging. I feel like a lot of people take advantage of you. It's up to you, you know, to realize that you don't need others' approval. You don't need others' approval. You know, you just don't. So that's what I'm saying. Moving forward, start to say no to other people's demands, yeah, for your time and energy. This is about you right now. This is about you getting well and you being really happy with who you are, and you can do it. I know that you can do it. We just need to look at that. Yeah, just protect yourself and be kind to yourself. No harsh environments. You know, again, watch what you're putting into your body. So seeing how it makes you feel when you eat and drink certain things. It really just comes back to basics. Okay, so Angeline, Judith, Alice, and Belinda, Todd, relationships. That's what we're doing. Judith, if you are still in there, I was going to come to you, but I'm not sure if you are. Oh, okay, Tabitha, great. So I'm just going to explain. Tabitha's written a note. So they are still Paranormal Project, and they run a collaborative with Paranormal Australia. So if you're looking for any paranormal work, investigations, if you've got you know, something funny going on at your house, you're not sure what's going on, then please look up Paranormal Project primarily, and then Paranormal Australia if it's a little bit further afield, because Paranormal Project are mostly Gold Coast or Logan area. Thank you for clearing that up. Sweet. Okay, so we are doing Belinda, Belinda, are you still in there? Yes, great. Okay, so I'm going to do a relationship. I'm actually going to come to my crystal cards for you. And, oh, gosh, we're going to have to be really, really quick before I get booted out of the room because we're up to time. Belinda, I'm just going to do this one really quick for you until I get kicked out. You're the lucky last. Hooray! Thank you everyone else for jumping in the room. I'm sorry I didn't get to everyone. There's so many names and I really wanted to get to Jacinta. I'm so sorry, but I will be back next Monday at 7:15. So if you didn't get a reading tonight, jump back on. Get in touch with me during the week through Sarah if you want to connect one-on-one. I do remote healings as well as readings. So, Belinda, so you are the lucky last. This is relationships. Okay. So, Belinda, I'm just going to connect to your energy while I'm doing this. Sweet, you're in a good position. You're in actually a good position. It feels quite pink around you. Like I feel very soft, the energy around you. And what I want to say around that is I do feel like you have a tendency to be the one who gets hurt though. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it does feel pink. It feels very rose quartzy, which is nice. That's unconditional love. But I do feel like you wear your heart on your sleeve. You have a tendency to wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay, so we've got life purpose. Let me just connect to that quickly. The nice thing about this is it's sort of that bluey green color, which is related to heart. So let me just connect to that. Okay, so what I'm being shown at the moment is the relationship. This is past, recent past into now. The relationship hasn't been the focus or shouldn't be the focus. So what I'm being asked to let you know is I know that this is kind of where you're at, where your mind is at, but in actual fact, we should be focusing more on the direction we're going in. So I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you as a human being and your growth and your life purpose. So where you're heading, what you're doing for a job. I kind of feel like in this part, and it could change for the rest of the reading with the other cards, but at the moment, I feel like that hasn't been the focus in the recent past and leading into now. That hasn't been the focus. It's more about you. Oh, okay. So what I feel like I'm getting is I'm getting my ducks in a row. That is making more sense. So what I feel like leading up to this point with you and me connecting now is I've been getting my ducks in a row. Good on you. That's fantastic. That's what you have to do. So you've been focusing on yourself and I feel like you've been doing the work. Like you actually, when I connect to you physically, I feel like you're pretty good. There is a little bit of activity around womb space and that's creation. Fantastic. It feels like you've been readying yourself, preparing yourself. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how that feels. You're doing the work. Yep. So congratulations. Wow. So that's a bit of a contrast to the last one that we just did. So that's healthy boundaries. We were talking about working on boundaries. This is healthy boundaries. So your red, obviously connected to your base chakra. So really great. That's deep work and you're doing it. So let me just have a look at that quick. This is a deep connection. This is a deep connection with yourself. So you've been working really hard. I feel like you've got this really solid connection with yourself and I feel like you really know yourself pretty well. So yeah, you've just been doing the work. This is great. I mean, you know, a lot of us, it takes a long time for us to get to that point. It feels like that has been a challenge though. I mentioned before, I feel like you do wear your heart on your sleeve a bit. And you have a tendency to get hurt. I still stand by that. And I feel like the boundary thing has been something that's been a bit of a work in progress. Sometimes you feel like, yep, I've nailed it. And other times you kind of feel like you've fallen off the bandwagon a little bit and you get hurt. But look, I think if you can trust and learn to sort of go, well, you know, if I'm in a good place, I'm going to draw that person to me who's also in a good place and they're going to compliment me and they won't take advantage of me, then you're going to be okay. But I feel like you've been doing some awesome work. Really awesome work. Wow. Okay. So a little bit more to be done. This is self-love. Look, I feel like you're almost there. You've been doing sort of the work on yourself. You're working on the boundaries and sort of getting that consistent. And moving forward, it's really about cementing that. And that comes back to you. It always comes back to you. But you have to be whole, yeah, for the other person to sort of come in and sort of complement that. Yeah, but you've been putting in the work. Let me just see. Yeah, it's a soul connection. There's a soul connection. Yeah, it just feels like it's almost ready. There's just a little bit more work to be done on your part, but you actually feel really good energetically. I feel like everything's sort of flowing, which is awesome. Maybe just consider a little bit of grounding. I feel like there could be some grounding, so getting out into nature, connecting with the soil, tree roots, all that sort of stuff. Do a little bit of grounding work, but I feel like this soul connection's coming in, and the last bit of work that you need to do is really, really love yourself and really be okay with who you are. So this other connection is just a completion, rather than sort of two halves making a whole, because that doesn't work. I hope that was wonderful for you. I've enjoyed myself so much. I'm sorry that I didn't get to everyone. It was wonderful seeing all of your names pop up. And the familiar faces and names has been wonderful. Don't forget, if you want a private reading, healings, all those sorts of things, I'm doing them on Zoom. So it doesn't matter where in Australia you are. So private message, Spiritual Evidence Directory, Sarah will hook you up. Otherwise, you can go to my page, Michelle R. Price, writer and clairvoyant. So it was wonderful to connect with you. I will be back next Monday, same time, so 7:15. So if you didn't get a reading then, please come back and connect with me. I'd love to see you again, but I need to jump out because someone else is about to come in. So we've got, I think, medical intuitive coming up. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next Monday night. See you. Bye.